Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn about production management. So how you are going to define production management? It is a group of operations that involves planning, coordinating, monitoring, administration and judgment about the inputs and outcomes of a production process. It is also the component of managing a business. It is the process of controlling a company's operations and provide the services and products it wants to produce. It comprises of organizing, carrying out the tasks and managing processes that transform raw resources into completed products and services. It is a process between the two checkpoints. That is, it is the control and the execution of the process that converts raw resources into finished goods. So if we are talking about production, the similar term which can confuse is the operations. So if we are talking about production and the operations, it simply means production is about talking about the goods, whereas operations are talking about production of goods and generation of services. So in order to learn about the difference between the two, we need to understand about the features of production management. The first feature would be it helps in increasing the goodwill and the reputation of the company. The production management helps to increase the goodwill and the reputation of the company. How? It simply has the formula that if we are going to produce the goods what the customers are demanding, that in that case the companies are going to have good amount of profit, and with the help of good amount of profit they are going to create the market share in the market, which is going to help in increasing the goodwill and the reputation of the company. Because when the company monitors its goods and products, the quality of the products increase and the cost gets reduced, which helps in increasing the goodwill of the company in the market. Second is improvement in profit. Obviously, if the goodwill is going to increase, and how the goodwill is going to increase? Due to the increase in sales. And how the sales are going to increase? By creating good quality products, which is going to create the demand, increase in the prices, increase in the sales. Ultimately, it helps in boosting the profit of the company. Production management helps to increase the profits of the company. It helps to minimize the cost of production. With increase in the quantity of the production, the average cost decreases, due to which the overall cost of production gets reduced, and it tries to get maximum output at minimum level of input. Next is it helps in boosting the economy. While working at the micro level, the combination of all the manufacturing firms converts into various industries, which is going to affect the economy in the positive manner in case these companies and industries are earning in a good quantity. So production management ensures the optimum utilization of resources. When all the companies of country utilize the resources in effective ways and supervise the process. It helps to increase the economy of the country and will save the resources for future generations. Next feature is it helps in increasing the motivational level of the employees. Simply, it is directly related to production management. If the workers who are producing the things are satisfied with their work and their problems are being heard by the management or the supervisors, that means the grievances are being resumed, they are being cleared. So in that case, the motivational level of employees will definitely gets increased. When the employees of the company supervise time to time, it helps employees to get motivated, because that time they communicate with their seniors and tell them the problems what they are facing. It is possible just because of the management of the production. After understanding about the features of production management, now we are going to learn about nature of production management. First is it helps in the results of value addition. It is a process which enables in producing high quality products by purchasing raw materials from the right source, in the right form, at the right price and in right quantity. That means here we are talking about 6 R's, which are very essential part of every form of business management. Next is interdisciplinary approach. Production department is a department which is going to affect each and every other form of departments, be it marketing department, sales department, finance department, HR departments, a R&D department. So this creates the base for all the departments, because whatever they are going to produce has to be sold in the market, from where the companies are going to fetch the profits, which is going to affect the sales department. How the company is going to market the product, that totally depends on what product they are marketing. Hence, the marketing department is related to production department. How much cost is going to incur in producing the X quantity of goods is going to affect the finance department. What demand the customers are making, that has to be conveyed via marketing department to R&D department. So it is an interdisciplinary approach. Third is it is a part of general management. It is a tool which assists managers in planning, organizing, coordinating and controlling all the activities related to production of goods and the generation of services. Next is transformation process. It simply means the raw material cannot be consumed directly. If you're talking about bread, if you're talking about chapati, raw flour cannot be consumed. It has to be converted in some or other forms that can be consumed by the customers and which can provide the satisfaction level to the consumers. If you're talking about cloth, thread cannot or cotton cannot be worn. It has to be converted either into cloth or dress or shirts, pants that can be worn by the individuals. So it is a process of transformation in which raw materials are converted into finished products that are ready for consumption by the consumers. It is an operative function. Definitely, it monitors day-to-day operations of business for ensuring long-term continuity. How companies are going to continue in the long term by earning maximum profits, and also along with satisfaction level of the consumers should be at the priority level. Then it is both art and science. Production management is an art, as it is the one which assigns, coordinates and monitors all work activities in the organization. It is definitely an art. And why it is science? It is a science as it manages all machines and technical aspects helping in production activities. It includes R&D department, and for art includes marketing department, how they are going to create the product. The creativity belongs, right? Next is management of service sector. Production management not only manages the activities related to production of tangible goods, it is a process which monitors the service sector also, where intangible products are provided to consumers as per their needs. After learning about what type production department is or production management is, we have to understand the scope of production department. If you're talking about scope of production department, that means what is the role of production department in different spheres of the economy. First is facility location. How do you define facility? It is it can be defined as those facilities which either directly or indirectly helps in production of goods. So how those facilities can be and where those facilities should be present is talking about facility location. It involves selecting the right location for setting up production facilities of business that affects its long-term growth. Next is plant layout and material handling. Plant layout means the overview or the overstructure of a plant or the premises where the company is going to manufacture the product. So it is concerned with physical arrangement of facilities set up by the business. Material handling means how the raw materials are being handled while transferring from stores department to the production house, so that least possible wastage should be there. As much of if the materials are going to be wasted, then the company has to incur the cost. So it is important that the material should be handled in the proper manner. It refers to managing the movement of materials from stores room to machinery, and from machinery to another stage of production like packaging and storing. That means we are talking about the immediate customers in the production department. Immediate customers means, for example, a product has 5-stage process. Stage A, B, C, D and E. If the materials has put in step A and the process of step A has been completed, then immediately it is a finished goods for step A. Then that finished good of step A would be the raw material for step B. Then the finished good of step B would be the immediate raw material for step C. So the step B workers would be the immediate customers for step A, and step C customers would be immediate customers of step B, and so on. So while transferring goods from A to B to C to D to E, it has to be made sure that the materials should be handled in proper and effective manner. Then is product designing. Product designing means giving shapes to ideas of products for converting into reality. The picture is in mind. The requirements of the customers are in mind. It has to be put into practical aspect in the physical or the tangible form. That idea needs to get converted. So that particular process is known as product designing. Every organization should come up with innovative products in market after conceiving new ideas based on market requirements, because the companies are going to survive in long term only and only if they are going to produce what the customers are demanding. For understanding the demands of the customers, the company has to make sure that with the passage of time, a periodical surveys should be conducted, so that with the change of time, the preference of the consumers should be available with the companies, due to which new innovative ideas or modification in the present products can be done. And this is one of the best techniques to stand unique in the market amongst various competitors. Next is designing of process. In the last point, we have learned about designing of the product, but how that product is going to be designed would come under this scope, that is the process design. It is an overall route followed by business for transforming raw materials into the finished products. It is a crucial decision to be taken as it determines the efficiency of the business. Efficiency here means with minimum cost. While designing the process or the product, the company has to keep in mind that there should be least cost but without compromising with the quality of the product. Next is production planning and control, a very important point for the scope of production department. If we're talking about PPC, that is the production, the planning for the production and the control for the production. It involves planning and controlling various aspects of production activities. It is a process of deciding production in advance, setting up the exact route for each item, deciding the start and finish deadline of each product for directing production orders to shops and following product progress in accordance with the order. That means while producing or before producing, the plans need to get planned, and those plans needs a foolproof plan of controlling. Without planning and controlling, production is not feasible to be done. Next point is quality control. It is also scope of production management, because the managers for this department has to make sure that the quality needs to get controlled. That means the minimum quality which the consumers are asking, that level should not be degraded. It is a process of checking and maintaining the required quality standards of production activities within the organization. It ensures that goods produced are of high quality by setting up checkpoints and measuring performance from time to time. Then is maintenance management. Whatever you are producing and from where you are producing, what machines you are using to produce needs to be maintained. For example, if you are using any automobile like two-wheeler or four-wheeler, we do service with regular intervals so that there should not be any chances of any mishappening. So similar is the case with the production department also. Production department, what they are using machines. So those machines should be maintained with regular intervals of time. It can be planned, it can be unplanned. So if you're talking about maintenance management, it refers to evaluation of all business activities for identifying and deviations if present. That means what activities they have planned, how they have planned, what is to be done, when it is to be done, by whom it is to be done, what is to be done. Those all WH questions should be taken into consideration while doing the production and maintaining the same. And if we look out any of the deviations occurring, the best part is it should be corrected, it should be redeemed at the earliest stage. Maintenance management involves taking all corrective steps for removing these deviations. It focuses on keeping all the processes on track in line with decided quality, predetermined cost schedule and time range. That means what steps to be taken into consideration, what needs to be maintained, the machineries or the tangible things, raw materials, quality, quantity, cost and time. Then if we are talking about the nature, meaning, scope, we should not leave the importance of production management. We should understand why production management is important. First, it helps in creation of goods and services. That means, simply it means that production department is the one who is going to create the goods, who is going to convert that raw material into the finished products, who is going to convert the unconsumable form of good to the consumable form of good. Second, to create utility of the goods. That means if we are going to produce something, we have to understand that that goods should be utilized. In that form it should be produced, that can be utilized or consumed by the consumers. Third is efficiency. Any firm which is working in the market works for the profit. There are two forms how profits can be earned, either by providing good quality products at high prices or by increasing the sales. How sales can be increased? By creating the demand. And how demand can be increased? By providing good quality products with minimum cost, with minimum price. So efficiency here means producing the goods with least cost. There is effectiveness. Effectiveness means with minimum possible time. In today's time, market is full with competitors, be it shampoo, be it chips, be it any FMCG products or the automobiles. The market is full with competitors and the manufacturers. So when a consumer is going to purchase a product and the product is unavailable, immediately the customer is going to switch to another product. So the companies have to make sure, in order to survive in the market or capture the market, there should be least time to provide the materials or the goods in the market. So if you're talking about effectiveness, that means output with minimum time. It can be in production department or in the market as well. Then is proper supply of raw materials. That means same point, that means same explanation. If we are talking about the competition in the market, how such competition can be survived by the proper supply of raw materials. That means if we are going to provide raw materials in proper time, the finished goods would be available in the market at any possible hour. Next is to maintain discipline at workstation. Whenever the companies are going to produce the goods, they are going to produce in bulk quantity. So, and that bulk quantity would be made with masses or the many of the workers. So, it is important that the discipline should be maintained amongst the workers in the production department, so that the production could be done effectively and efficiently without wastage of the raw materials and the time, and without degrading the quality of the product. Next is to maximize the profits. If we are going to follow the above mentioned importance, automatically the profit is going to get increased or maximized. Then is to achieve the goals of the firm. Obviously, if a company is surviving in the market, producing in the market, it is working for the profits. And what is the aim of the firm? There are two aims: to satisfy the needs and wants of the customers, and second is to maximize the profit. They are working for profits. So if the profits are not going to get increased, why the firm would survive in the market? So the main aim of any of the manufacturing firm is to increase the profit and to decrease the cost. That's all for today. Thank you.